Hello sir, my name is Satish Pichawan. Today I am here to give a seminar on ICMP, which stands for Internet Control Message Protocol. Now, introductions. The Internet Protocol has no error reporting or error correcting mechanisms. What happens if something goes wrong? What happens if a router must discard a datagram because it cannot find a router to a final destination? Or because the time to live field has a zero value. These are all the situations where an error has occurred and the IP protocol has no built-in mechanisms to notify the original host. Now, here we discuss about the position of an ICMP in the TCP IP suite or encapsulations of an ICMP packet. This figure tells us the position of an IP in a network layers. Here is an ICMP. This is then under Internet protocols. This is how the arrangement made in the Internet network layer. Here, this diagram depicts the ICMP encapsulations. Encapsulations means hiding the implementation detail. Now we tell about an messages. ICMP messages are divided into two broad categories: error reporting message and the query messages. The error reporting messages report problems that a router or a host may encounter when it possesses an IP packets. The query messages, which occurs in pair, helps a host or a network manager get a specific information from the router or another host. Also, the host has discovered and learned about the routers on their networks, and the routers can help redirect and its messages. Now, this tells about the ICMP messages. Here, the two categories we are dealing with: the error reporting message and the query messages. And the type of the error reporting messages are 3, 4, 11, 12, 5. These are the types. The 3 stands for destination unreachable, 4 stands for source quench, 11 stands for time exceeded, 12 the parameter problems, and 5 the redirections. Now, in query messages, we are dealing with type 8 or a type 0. Here, the echo request or a reply. Here, 13 and 14 stands for timestamp request or a reply. Now, the general format of an ICMP messages. The general format of an ICMP message, here the type is an 8-bit, code is of 8-bit, and checksum is of an 16-bit. This is the set of an header, this is the data section. Now, we begin with an error reporting message. Error reporting message we are broadly classified into 5 types: destination unreachable, source quench, time exceeded, parameter problem, and the redirections. The content of a data field or error reporting cell. Here the datagram is an received. Here is an ICMP packets sent. This is the IP header. Now, ICMP also defines a handful of a control messages that a router can send back to an host. One of the most useful control messages called as an ICMP redirect, which tells us the sources that there is a better route to a destinations. Now, the ICMP redirect are used in the following situation. Suppose a host is connected to a network that has two routers attached to it. Example, we'll take R1 and R2, where the host uses R1 as its default routers. Should R1 ever receives a datagram from the host where, based on its forwarding table, it knows that R2 would have a better choice for reaching to a destination, it sends an ICMP redirect back to the host, introducing it to uses R2 for all the future datagram addresses, so that it reducing the path of it and also reduces the cost of it. The host that adds a new route to its forwarding tables for the efficient traveling or the efficient reachability to the destinations. Here, ICMP also provides the basis for two widely used debugging tools. Here we are dealing with two tools. One is known as ping, another is known as the trace router. The ping uses ICMP echo message to determine if the node is reachable or not. These are the two parameters which tells us that uh, message which is reachable to the which message which is reachable, or it is the node is alive. Trace out. Trace out uses a slightly non-intuitive technique to determine the set of routers along with the path. It checks the routers which is present in a path along the packet flows. These are the two um, debugging tools we are using in an ICMP messages. Thank you.